Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of Wellspring City's crossover game with the Superstar Partyplex, Pest Problems, Part 2. If I sound weird, it's because I've been sick for the past week. I'm feeling fine, but still coughing at random, so it is what it is. Fuck it, we ball. So I'm Zen, I'm the DM. I think I said that already, but just in case. And then our players for today, if from the top down, introduce yourself and your character that you will be playing as today.
Howdy do! A wonderful Wellspring's morning to you all. I'm Lordlyhour, I'm playing Cat Afka.
Hello, I am KT, and I will be playing Carolina Noticia, otherwise known as Lina, or Nightlight.
Hi, I'm MJ, I'm the guest, and I will be playing HareWire.
Hi, I'm Authenticity, and today I'll be playing Nikola N, changing any the N stands for.
Hey, I'm Verl. I'm still playing Shaun, and that's all I have to say.
Hello, I'm Tallestnull. I will be playing Tailwind, and I'm sorry, Zen. I sent you the cold I had last time.
Snail mailed it over.
Can't believe Discord is a place to to transmit disease.
As you all know, if you
can't
sneeze on the
got a
mic,
virus over the computer.
Something computer virus something.
Did you open up the wrong email?
No, like, literally, I think someone in the Superstar Partyplex had a sore throat like a day or two before me, and I was gonna be like, you got me sick, but... Ugh.
well, anyway, HareWire.
Last time, yeah, HareWire is in Wellspring City, and the teens have descended on this freak, forcibly given him some therapy, and then watched a horror movie with him. So he's not starving for a change of pace.
He got a little treat.
Just a little treat. And a bath. He got a bath as well.
He did get a bath. He's clean. He ate something. And
now we just talk
about
very important education.
He got advice on how to talk to his crush. What are you guys gonna do with him now?
Pour milk on him and slap him against the wall.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Alright, HareWire.
Have you not seen the milk plushie Tumblr post?
No! I have not.
It was like someone talking about how they would pour milk on their childhood plushie and like slap it against the wall.
Oh no, that's worse than the Velveteen Rabbit.
We just burn the rabbit. We don't put milk on it.
Anyway.
Author, you were saying?
Nikola is going to, in a very kindly sort of way, once the movie is over, staple their fingers. HareWire.
HareWire
How are you
looks
feeling?
over. Feeling pretty okay.
Wonderful. So are you feeling up to perhaps coming back to us to the city and giving your apology to perspicuity so that we can put all that affair behind us?
Well, if you
Lina in the
insist, might as
background.
well get it over with.
Good job.
Why do I imagine Lina like saying, like whispering that directly into HareWire's ear?
I had to hold them up to ear height.
Yeah, her stilts probably don't reach quite that high.
Well, maybe he's sitting down still for the movie.
Great,
There
they're
still
at
need to be some
even
stilts.
height.
All right, I think that's very mature of you.
Says the 16-year-old or so to the 30-ish.
30-ish-year-old.
Don't address it. Don't address it. We're doing positive reinforcement. We're encouraging behaviors that we want to see more of.
Yes.
Yay for me, I guess.
You can beat a car up afterwards, maybe.
I promise Percy is actually pretty nice once you get to know him. And honestly, before you get to know him, he's
Yeah,
just
I
a
mean,
massive sweetheart, actually.
yes. Sometimes he gives me
Question:
discounts on the marmalade slushies.
if I apologize, do I get more free stuff?
We
No.
will buy you a little snack, so it'll be free for you.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Congratulations
Nicola's
on
writing
your
down on a
bribery.
little piece of paper, food motivated.
We're gonna
Me
need to
actually
staple
doing
that
that.
to the back of him when he leaves, aren't we? Like all the list of things to get him to do what he needs to do.
We
Nick-
probably should.
Nick, did you like put together a manual that what works with Sentry? Because you could probably just send it with him, and it would probably work wherever he is from.
Well, here's the thing. Sentry is a very intelligent, sensitive animal. He needs a lot of specialized treatment. A certain amount of exercise and care and affection every day. It's good to sort of keep a certain amount of training ongoing so that he's got something to kind of chew on intellectually. Everyone's different, is what I'm trying to say.
I thought I just have a
Sentry is a
bug
good
that's a car antenna. There's much less to think about.
Don't defame the better mayor.
May I ask you a question, Tailwind? Are you sure
Yeah.
about that? Have
I
you
mean-
checked?
I check when I can. It's just a little weird that they eat metal shavings.
On a scale from Better Mayor to Sentry, where does HareWind sit, do we think?
Directly
fine.
under the better mayor.
Everyone
no one's
is
better than the
special in
better
their
mayor.
own special way. We should get going.
Yeah. Okay. I think they're walking. I think they're walking the wrong way. Anyways, we should stop that.
Yeah, HareWire's just
Oh,
been
yeah,
like
they probably don't know
jogging
where it goes.
slowly in like the completely wrong
Oh,
direction.
they're trying to go into the river. Stop them!
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the wrong way is into the drink. Let's think you'd avoid that.
Still probably wearing that trench coat as well, so at least you've already got the disguise down. Still, I remember we
those
gave him
beautiful
like a gay
eyelashes.
little pine tree air freshener earring. Keeping that.
Yes, we
Yeah.
Very important.
If you want, it can be pink with with sparkles, because Lina would do that.
Oh my god.
You know, a lot
Bedazzled.
of teenagers will pick up like a babysitting gig.
Think of
Maybe
this
we're
as
not
a...
so non-normal.
I mean,
we're not
it's-
getting
no.
paid for this.
It's kind of like the Big Brother program, except little brother
We're being paid in exposure.
experience.
You're just making this worse every time you open your mouth. Please stop.
I mean, we didn't say we were trying to make it better.
It's giving you practice for trying to redeem Brittany.
And
Oh, that's not happening.
I don't think we can work
Practice.
miracles. I don't think any of us are clerics.
I think we could redeem Will first before Brittany.
I mean, we could
Maybe.
absolutely Doofenshmirtz him.
Am I the platypus?
Yes.
A platypus? Lina the platypus?
I thought you were natural.
Note to self: get a fedora.
Oh no.
You're an
Lina
investigative
entering
journalist. How do
fedora
you not
arc.
already own one?
Because it's a fedora. Why would I have one? I'm joking. I do have one. It's pink and has sparkles.
Thank you. Don't lie to us. We know you better.
Teehee.
I mean,
Well,
while we've been razzing on about this, fucking HareWire is like knee deep in the river.
Yeah.
Well, the bridge is right there.
He's like
Okay,
halfway
no, we gotta-
across the bridge to hell or whatever.
Nick, you got long arms. Can you grab him?
Actually, hang on, I got an idea. Picks up a snack bag and just shakes it.
Like imagine like he was like mid step and then his head like 180s back to look at you and then his body turns to match his head and he just starts marching back over.
Let's see if Discord will let me do this. Hang on.
It's coming through. HareWire is coming back. I feel like I have to paint a picture of his walk that he does, since I always imagine he walks when he's kind of being jaunty, like that one cutscene in 5 Nights at Freddy's. Hold on.
Oh God.
Let's see if I can find it in the gifs for y'all to see. Where are you? Oh, there it is.
Hey,
That
so I have
gay little
I have
walk.
Oh my
snacks
god.
That's approaching you. That's approaching you.
That second gif is kind of flashing. You might want to
Yeah.
take that out, Crows.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey Nick, do you have any other snacks? I got some like stuff in my hammer space, but wait, looks at Tailwind. What do you got?
Okay.
I know you have stashes.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I have a bag of Twizzlers.
Okay.
Some
I got red vines.
some rock candy. Oh wow. I
Is it
still have.
rock candies or not? Like they aren't actual rocks, right?
No.
You could probably trick him
I
into
mean-
eating a rock, like if you dressed it
He
up
might
enough.
like it.
Maybe needs it for digestion, like a chicken.
I have a cheese
Yeah.
sandwich from like last month.
Robots
eat
have
that.
digestion. Oh my god,
Alright,
give him
I
a
got-
cheese sandwich. Give him cheese.
I have some potato
I might
chips.
make some fondue up. I think I still have
You know
supplies.
those little snack packs? I got some of those.
I got some dehydrated carrot sticks. I have some okra jerky.
I from the south look at you. Okra jerky? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. No.
My grandma packed my snack bag today.
I'm gonna go back into character now. Like, oh yeah, no, that's completely normal.
So normal.
I pull out
that's
a bag of this world's Cheetos that just has a green jelly bean with Cheeto hands.
God.
I was about to ask if anyone here eats
It's Shaun.
kangaroo jerky, and then I realised I'm the only Australian, so probably not.
It's a little more
Kangaroo?
rare outside of Australia,
I've-
yes.
I've had alligator and ostrich. And
I
snake.
have one of those packets to make lemonade with, but I didn't bring my water bottle today.
We could probably
So-
just give him the powder straight.
Yeah.
What's this about
Yeah.
giving me powder? HareWire has made its way back over to you and is now just like looming over
Hey,
your
boy.
shoulders.
Hey boy, do you want a lemonade packet?
Oh, to make lemonade with.
Or
Yeah.
just have it straight. Have you ever snuffed it?
Have I ever
Do
snorted
you regularly
lemonade
sniff
powder?
your lemonade powder?
Mm,
Sorry.
Let's not get-
Maybe don't convince this guy that sniffing strange powders is the way to go.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Seems like it
Lina,
might
you're a
have
bad
bad knock-on
influence.
effects, perhaps.
I feel like you guys think I'm maybe dumber than I am, but I'll take
No,
the
we just think you're
packet.
wholesome.
I'm wholesome?
Yeah, let's go with that.
I feel like you've missed the plot if you think I'm wholesome.
I think the plot is wholesome.
HareWire just sort of like looks confused at that. Like there's a buffering like symbol pops up next to his head, and then he just shrugs and takes the packet and hammer spaces it.
All right, now back to apologizing.
Right, yeah, I was on my way, and then you guys sidetracked me with giving me powder to throw at people's faces, I guess.
I
Do
mean,
you
it goes
think
the other way.
lemonade powder would burn if applied to someone's eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's sugar crystals.
Yeah, probably. I mean, most things in eyes burn.
Great!
Yeah, it's gonna have lots of citrus in it.
Really quick, HareWire, you know what to do if something gets in your eyes and they stain, right?
My eyes are metal at the moment, so it doesn't really affect me much, I think.
I mean, you're
probably.
also still attuned, so I have no idea.
Really, it depends on if it would be funny.
Okay, well, remember, you need to flush your eyes out with water if that happens.
I could just lick him.
That
I'm just
too.
gonna start herding y'all towards.
Yeah, we're just gonna start
city.
walking.
I'm just gonna just
Yeah, let's
like-
move this way, and we're good.
Oh,
Nikola, do you have that bag that you shook?
well, yeah, but he's right here now.
Okay. Well, yeah, but he needs a little treat.
oh yeah, come
Oh,
on.
It's fine.
Treaty for me.
You
Do you want to
can
Scooby snack?
I love, by the way, as Nicola is, of course, giving him a treat. Can I just point out that we went from, I think you guys think I'm dumber than I actually am. I do want num-nums, though.
Just as it should be.
He can be not dumb and also want a little treat.
It'll be on a little treat.
I mean, I'm very food motivated.
I know, KT.
Shush. How dare you?
I love you, KT.
But yeah, while Nicola's leading, Shaun can always herd you from the back because, sheepdog. He's good at this. He'll make sure you don't stray.
yes. Please tell me sheepdog sees rabbit and is like herd.
Heard.
Oh, hey, if you guys are heading back into town, are you gonna stay in the hero getup?
Yes.
We're hanging out with HareWire. We probably should.
All right, so
Hopefully, we can get to the 812 without anyone else noticing.
Yeah, well, he's still in
I
the trench
actually
coat.
prefer to get y'all
you're-
back in the sewer.
Yeah.
Like, call me paranoid. I just feel like it would be a more wholesome option.
To sneak
The
in
sewer?
the sewer?
Look,
I mean,
Cat,
I
look
guess I'm with you.
between, the sewers and HareWire, who they've also recently described as wholesome. Like, you know what that was?
I mean, we could just pretend to be cosplaying.
That's true.
If,
Sorry, I moved slightly.
Yeah, you've gone off
Lordly-
into the sewers without us.
I was just imagining it like we're down a tunnel saying that stuff from so far.
He's just too tall. We can't hear it.
Too high.
I moved myself like 2 inches, and my mic is not very sensitive.
Gotta be right on that
Uh,
thing.
What were you saying, Author?
oh, I don't remember at this point. Sorry.
No, it was good.
So what's the consensus? Like, the plan is go back through sewers so we don't have to suffer the embarrassment of being seen with HareWire.
Sewers were labeled as wholesome, apparently.
Wholesome sewer. You know, a good wholesome sewer.
My
Wait,
vote
no.
would be either we pretend to be cosplaying or we go through the sewers.
Pretend to be cosplaying. Anybody got? I got other capes. Nick, do you want one?
Sure, I'll take a cape on top of my cape.
Would HareWire
Okay,
know
cool.
what
Okay.
cosplay is? I wonder if that...
I mean, considering that we cosplayed him up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, he's probably heard the term. It just sort of now dawned on me. He might not actually fully knows what it means, but he can
Don't
probably
say
figure
that in
out
front of Cat, or you're gonna
costume.
get an explanation for 5 hours.
Like,
I
He's
love
just
the
not
fact that,
asking.
like, does anyone else have a cape? It's like Cat standing right there. He just looks mildly offended at the question.
I also have capes, but you have tall ones. Do you have one that would fit, Nikola?
Cat will dig into his hammer space for cosplaying supplies. I will roll my 1d10 for that. 7. Cat pulls out his basically his cosplay wardrobe and digs through it. Sort of throws one that he thinks would suit Nick at Nick. Tosses one to a HareWire while he's at it, just like, cape and trench coat.
It works.
It's definitely been in some anime somewhere. Couldn't tell you which
Absolutely.
one. I couldn't. Cat could.
Well, that was very impressive. It was like watching a magician pull out handkerchiefs from his coat sleeves.
Lina pulls out a little
Never-
one for Tailwind.
A true cosplayer
Sure.
never goes somewhere without at least
Ian
7
squints for a
replacement coats.
second, but takes it.
Are they just all wearing capes? They're not gonna look like cosplayers. They're gonna look like a little cult gathering.
What do you think? Cosplay is a cult.
They're
No,
cosplaying
don't
as a
worry.
cult.
It's discount Akatsuki. It's discount Akatsuki.
It's a group
They all just
cosplay.
have red clouds on them.
It's a group cosplay. They're from some magic school. I don't know.
That's fair. Is Shaun
It can be a
gonna?
cult and a cosplay.
I'm
Is
gonna be
anyone
honest.
giving
I
a
think
cape to Shaun or anything else?
HareWire would actually just throw the cape he was given to Shaun. He's with the trench coat right now. He doesn't want a double layer with a cape. Well, actually, before he throws it, I think he tries to see if he could fashion it into like a skirt or something around his waist, like, and then gives up and throws it at Shaun.
Would
No,
you
do you
like
want help
a...
getting that tied?
Yeah.
No, the trench coat is enough.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Nick, you're really good at styling scarves. Do you want to try one?
Scarves?
Yeah, why not?
I could
Listen,
probably
I
find
think
you
the
a skirt
trench
if you
coat is a
wanted
good
one.
standalone piece.
Okay. Anyway, let's head out. Looking.
All right, everybody who is wearing a disguise. Everybody who is wearing a disguise of some sort, which I think is everyone at this point. Question mark.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a garbage
roll.
disposal for costumes.
Performance.
Oh,
Performance.
Cat is terrible at that.
What is your performance, buddy?
It's actually pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
A very
Okay. Yay.
decent
Positive.
performance.
Oh boy.
Oh, huh.
Fire. Here we go. He got a 1!
Oh my god.
He got a 1!
for HareWire.
It's a
Yeah,
6.
And a nat
causing
1 for Shaun. And a 2 for Tailwind. My god.
Oh fucking hell, yeah!
Don't worry, I'm right ahead of you. We got a couple
Okay.
of ones.
Nick got a dirty 20 and I also got a dirty 20. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Cat,
Cat
where are you?
Nicola-
This is what you get for
Okay.
using me as
Yeah.
a cape garbage disposal. I am not very good at this.
Nikola and Lina with dirty 20s managed to look like, you know, you're cosplaying. There's nothing else weird about you. Like, you're just a little bit too into the anime. Like, you're
We're
not going
couples.
to get weird looks.
We're
More
couples
so than
costuming.
any anime fan.
Yeah, we got a couple's cosplay.
Aw. Everybody else.
We can't
With
kill our DM. Then
sixes and
the story will never
belows.
end then.
What? I
What was that?
genuinely didn't hear the first part
Nothing.
of that.
It's fine. Go on.
Okay. Everybody with six
I
and
said we
below.
can't kill the DM. The story will never end.
Oh.
You might be lagging.
think
That kind of seems laggy.
Yeah.
Like, Tallest is on a
boy.
lag.
Everybody with a 6 and below for your disguise roll. Your disguises are not really going to fool anybody. They might pause for a second. Cat is recognizably Cat. HareWire is recognizably a robot. Shaun is recognizably Goo, and Tailwind is recognizably Tailwind. So, if you want to make it, if you're not taking the sewers and you want to make it to the 812 undetected, those 4 roll stealth. Nick and Lina can skip it because your costumes are good enough.
We're just too cute together.
Thankfully, we're not making people suspicious of you just by being in your general vicinity.
Yeah, power of love be with us.
I just
Your
regret to
perform-
remind you all that I have a negative
That
to
is
stealth.
Oh no.
Maybe we'll be able to help you somehow.
Mhm.
We
Don't
can
worry,
silently
we're
Maybe
all
with the
doing
26, HareWire can help.
Oh, you got a Shaun got a nat 20.
Oh,
Yo!
Yes!
Let's go!
Which means I don't get to keep it.
Tailwind's the real slacker here.
Mhm.
Damn,
Put it in the
Tailwind.
trash can when
So-
you need one.
How are you rolling at a plus
Where'd you
11? Holy shit.
HareWire good at the sneaky sauce.
He's also like
Oh,
level
damn.
9, I think.
Holy crap!
Yeah, if he was
Yeah.
one-on-one with one of y'all, maybe he could win. But I feel like together the teenagers could curb stomp this man.
I hope.
He's built to be a sneaky, funny little guy. And some of you are built to go for blood.
Yes.
Sorry.
I look at the
It's not a bad
country
thing.
boy.
Yeah.
You do a lot of combat here, and Partyplex doesn't, so it's understandable.
Well,
Yes.
the thing about Cat is he's not really built to go for blood. I am just good at making characters who are good and going for blood.
I want Nikola to go for blood.
I've made Nikola to go for blood in order to upset and traumatize Nikola.
Yes.
Like,
Don't worry, Nikola will be upset and traumatized enough this campaign.
Author's
Don't
going
worry,
for like
he's
extra
a
credit
little
on the traumatized.
But with Shaun's nat 20 stealth that became a 19, Cat's dirty 20 stealth, and HareWire's 26 stealth, the three of you managed to completely evade any notice. Nobody is going to notice you guys sneaking through the streets enough to notice your whack costumes. Tailwind, not so much. But also, like, you're not in a giant robot right now. It just looks like you're wearing a kind of shitty cosplay and walking around third wheeling Nikola and Lina on their date. So like
Visibly sneaking, so it just looks like you're trying to like sneakily third wheel.
Don't worry. If anyone asks, it's cartoon antics. I'm making sure the day goes by perfectly.
Yes, you're definitely helping another short person on their tall date.
So like, Tailwind, you might get a couple of weird looks, but like nobody's calling the cops on you or anything.
I just
I'm
imagine
sure
in
you
an
got, like-
alternate timeline where HareWire rolled bad, like if anyone saw him, they would instantly be contacting the authorities. Like,
There's,
police,
there's a robot man following two teens on a date.
Like, I'm sure if anyone actually stopped Tailwind could, like, fumble into their hammer's face, going, oh no, you see, this is part of the Short on Love dating service.
Tailwind, stop looking creepy and come hold one of our hands.
Oh, everyone roll perception.
Yeah, everyone roll perception as you walk.
Yeah.
There's
HareWire
definitely,
I think we can both agree that Nick is holding Tailwind's hand because now it's just tall person holding short people hand.
yeah, there's definitely like a 404 brain does not work at the moment, and then it's like he just complies.
It's funny because the two are still obviously on a date, and now there is a accepted third wheel.
We're having a tricycle moment?
Yes.
Sorta, oh, there's a meme that would work perfect for this occasion, but I can only remember it exists, not what it is.
There are some
ADHD.
good third wheel memes.
Perception, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Use your peepers.
I'm having to reach around my cat to use the keyboard, so it's taking a second. There we go.
Gaming
And then,
impeded.
Tallest.
Oh, sorry. I was responding to someone else. What was the thing?
Perception.
check, right? Yes. I believe I was... What in the hell? Sorry, things are happening in this household.
Right, I've just remembered what it is. Guy who's in the polycule and not dating any.
Oh my god.
I know
HareWire,
exactly
dear
the sort of
sweet
person you mean.
HareWire. Only
Are you
one
talking
who
about
got
me? How dare
blue
you?
Sorry, I'm just thinking
Anyway.
of how at least two of HareWire's siblings are romantically involved and he's still alone. Anyway,
Just laughing at HareWire.
He won't be for long once he's asked if they want his tongue in their mouth.
Let's not bring up that bit. That bit, they made my eye twitch.
Let's make your eye twitch again. Because it was
Why do
funny.
you think I brought up that bit?
anyway, starting at the bottom, HareWire with a 9. You're distracted by being above ground in Wellspring City. It's almost as modern as Future World City. It's very clean. It's a little more colorful than Future World City. Lots of stuff to look at. A lot of these businesses are Bronson this or Bronson that.
Bronson.
With a 13, Tailwind is presumably still distracted by holding Nikola's hand and getting weird looks from people on the street.
Wait. Lina will move to hold Tailwind's hand so that Tailwind is in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very. What's going on? There's flashbacks to Tailwind's childhood with their mother trying to teach them etiquette on a date, and just like, you wait this long before you stab them in the back and take all the resources for your own.
Oh my god.
First, how dare you?
I'm not used to having the highest perception score out of everyone. That is weird.
Yeah, okay. Everyone else, as you walk, will start to notice what sounds like scratching coming from beneath the road. And as you pass a manhole cover, there's a little, like, thunk, like something is trying to lift it, but isn't strong enough to. I will say 19, 20, 23 for Nick, Kat, and Shaun. It seems like this is definitely not business as usual. It seems like this might be some sort of mutant shenanigans and something is in the sewers that shouldn't be.
Cat lean over to the others who heard it and just be like, we should deal with that, right? We should deal with that.
Oh no, is
We
it a
can't ignore
problem?
it.
We can't just get HareWire to stand on it?
Well, we need
no,
to
because you
HareWire to
see,
come with us.
if we ignore it, it's going to become a bigger problem.
But we didn't
Or,
even
you
get
know,
to
we're
say
gonna
the
hear it on the
apology letter
news.
first.
And they're going to say it was an earthquake, and then we're going to go, no, it wasn't. That's what it
Fair
was last time, wasn't it? An
enough.
earthquake?
Hey, HareWire!
Huh? Yeah.
You like fighting things, right?
And winning.
Do you wanna?
Are we having a fight now? What?
There's something in the
No.
sewers.
Oh. I think he looks like down at the ground and like, could I say he finally looks at the sewer hatch manhole cover thingy?
Sure, and you see it like you hear a little thunk as the manhole cover jumps a little bit, like something inside is trying to lift it.
Don't worry, it's 6 on however many are down there.
Hold on, I have an idea, kids. And he just like walks over and stands on it.
You have one mind.
Cat'll be like, well, that is a good plan. It would work, but unless you want to stand there for the rest of your life, we might need another one at some point.
Like HareWire looks around for a second and then points at a fire hydrant. That might be heavy.
That'll cause more problems. Unfortunately, you can't move that one. Who wants to go down into the sewers? Raise his hand.
No. Feel obligated due to circumstance? Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, theoretically, we could just play whack-a-mole and take the cover off and then, smacka.
Oh yeah, I could probably
can do
bash
that.
this thing with the cover. Hold on. He like steps off the cover. I think he would like try to pick the cover up, and what I'm imagining is like he would lift it up, wait for anything to pop out, and then try to hit it with the cover. Probably a strength roll or something.
Yeah, let's
Strength
bottleneck
to
these
lift
fuckers.
the cover. Is this conversation a good chance for Tailwind to go back and get their mech? You're not too far from the junkyard.
No.
Do you know
I
how
like
And
like
you
I'm
wanna-
just picturing them like in the 404 brain rebooting, just putting the cape on, putting the cloak on the wrecking maw, and then coming back.
Like,
Don't
So
worry,
bad.
brain broken for a moment. It'll just take a minute to reboot. Damn you, Windows 7!
Hey, Windows 7 is sacred in this household.
Cat's just like, you know, you could get like a remote control cooler for your robot
Yeah, I thought
suit
that
if you can.
you would have
I thought that
done that already.
Tailwind does have one.
It would be very
just-
useful if they did.
Yeah, hey, you should do that.
Alright,
I'm
everybody
working
get
on
ready
it
to
right
point and
now.
laugh at this rabbit man. He only has a +1 to strength.
That's
7.
okay.
No, you managed to like jar the manhole cover a little bit, but not lift it.
You have a
I
+1.
was
I have a
thinking, like,
-1.
lifts it above his head and like drops it so he gets accordion.
I think that would be more on a nat 1 or something. This is just failure. This is just mundane failure.
This is just failure and autobiography.
Yeah, so I'm
Very well.
imagining he like makes a big show of being like gonna lift it, and then he like tries and he just makes like a straining noise and then gives up, and it's like, okay, this one, heavier than the last one, or maybe I'm going at it. It's easier to kind of slide them than lift them.
Yeah. Okay, looks at the strongest in the group. Do you want to help him, or because I got noodle arms?
Cat has a negative to strength, so
I also have a negative to
Shaun-
strength.
It's
I
Shaun.
think
no.
Shaun's the strongest.
It's Shaun. Who,
Shaun, what do you got?
he's got a +2.
Oh,
So-
thank God, I have a +1.
At alpha strength.
Oh my gosh. Does
The
Shaun
state
want to
of
roll
Shaun
a
would be
range?
like
Yes.
wanting to make sure that Tailwind is actually back with mech before.
Yeah, they will
Valid.
like run off, come back. You hear this thunk, 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 and then you just see the cape over top of it, just not fitting at all.
Well, I'll make a new one.
Do your best.
Just had the mental image of like Cat and Lina just both working together to make a mech-sized like cosplay, just the two of them sitting set together.
Absolutely.
So you guys were saying you wanted to see an accordion, right?
Yeah.
What did I just roll?
Oh my
So there's
lord!
that one. I feel like for Shaun it would be more like he starts to get the
Goes
lid
flat.
off the like manhole cover off, and then it slams back down, and because he's slime, his like fingers get splatted.
Yeah, I was like, "Ah." Ow.
Have you ever
Ooh,
seen
you
the Nick
alright?
Awards?
Yeah, that was just my grip wasn't as good, or maybe it was too good because it kind of just went through my fingers there, which was
Yeah,
unpleasant.
that looked like it's smart.
Yeah, thankfully, nerve endings are weird, and sometimes things that should really, really, really hurt are kind of just like, huh, that sure happened. It's not pleasant, but it's
Huh.
not like,
Okay,
I don't know.
there's definitely a mumbling from within Wrecking Maw. It's like, can he reconstitute his fingers once we get the goop back? Not a question I need to ask right now. That will
I
probably
think his
freak him out.
fingers-
I think
Oh,
like
the
HareWire
goo-
makes like a token effort of like using his foot to try and like nudge some of the goo back towards Shaun.
Fingers just crawling back towards owner. Little
Little
inchy
goo
worm.
worms.
Oh gosh.
All right, you want me to give it a go?
Let's
Yes,
hope he
Nick.
doesn't work on like starfish rules.
God.
There's an
Lead,
animorphs about that.
Lena's just
I
going
was
to.
also thinking of the Animorphs about that.
Yep.
I am not going to think about that. Let's continue on.
Lena's
What,
going
you don't
to
want there
sit
to be
here
like 5
and
evil
watch
versions of
her-
myself running around?
Honestly, that'd be hilarious. Lena's going to sit aside and watch her pretty boyfriend lift a manhole cover.
Her pretty boyfriend tried to lift a manhole cover.
She believes.
Alright.
I
Come
hope
on.
everyone fails.
Commit
so-
to the bit,
so-
you need to get another one.
13. Sorry.
You did not commit to the bit.
13 is good enough. It takes a second, but after a couple moments, Nick manages to pry the manhole cover up, and you want to roll like a whiz save or something, Nick?
Yeah, should we all prepare? Because we said we'd whack-a-mole whatever comes out.
Yeah, if you're all preparing to whack-a-mole whatever comes out, if you have been prepared to whack-a-mole whatever comes out.
Yeah. Lena just
Um,
like, boy, I hope this isn't a sewer worker.
So 16 wisdom.
Yeah, 16. With that, you manage to keep your grip on the manhole cover as from underneath the little crack that you've opened, dozens of unidentifiable little furry things start pouring out of the sewer opening and running across
Oh shit, they're triplets.
whatever
Oh,
alleyway
big
you're in.
Whoa,
Oh, no,
whoa, whoa! Why is just like,
Oh, no.
I think he was gonna try and whack him all, and then it's like a fuzzy creature, and he like abort, and he just starts backing away as the avalanche escapes.
Sewer gremlins.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Those of you who noticed the little critters in the sewers, these do look familiar to those. They're the same thing. It's just way more of them.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
HareWire saw those, I think.
HareWire, Nick, I don't remember who else.
I didn't
I
see
remember Nick
anything.
did.
I was getting like zeros on all my perceptions. So
Pretty sure
Shaun
Lina
didn't
did
see
not. She
anything.
was distracted.
Looking
See,
at
it was
something
on,
else.
It was on the wiki. Shaun, Tailwind, and Cat spot the animals, not Nick.
Oh.
Oh, fair enough.
Nick was distracted carrying Lina.
yes,
Oh yeah,
of
we were
course.
being gay.
And
Right,
then I think
that was the
HareWire
one
also
perception I
noticed them.
didn't fail. Right. 'Cause there was one I didn't completely
Mhm.
suck at. It was this one.
I remember HareWire like made a joke of like kind of looking at the animals and then like going later. Like, making a mental note, and now
Guess
it's
what?
later.
Later's now.
Later's in
Mhm.
fact, I think he
Later.
says that. Okay, I guess now's later.
No, that's a candy.
Cat's just like, so, small fuzzy creatures, are they going to be a problem?
Well, they were trying to escape out of the sewer, and now they have. So probably.
Are they an
Yeah, but-
unsettling, familiar green color ODM?
They are not green. They are not identifiable as any normal animal. They look like a mishmash of animals. So there's your clue that they're mutants. And as they are pouring out of the sewers, the first few to get out are starting to like gnaw on the walls of the alley around you. Some are gnawing on like a dumpster.
HareWire.
Tailwind doesn't take a second chance, and then you just hear a shotgun cocking noise, and then you see a metal fist punch them.
HareWire
Yeah,
was
Lena's
like,
gonna dagger.
All right. If
Like, Cat's just like, is this an art problem or a municipal problem? And then Tailwind punches is like, oh, that's problem it is.
That's a problem.
HareWire's just
Initiative.
like a pog face at this. Like,
Pikachu, gasping face.
Oh, these teenagers really
Everyone-
are weird. It's not just me.
Everyone roll initiative. Way to
Huzzah! Hey,
go!
dirty
Nat
20.
20 for HareWire.
HareWire.
Fucking hell.
run it fast.
All right.
Dan, we got 20s.
I got a
Well,
13.
hoping to God my rolls don't continue the way they have been.
I feel bad for our barbarian.
He's not
Wait,
fast.
You know what? I'll take a bow. I'll take a base.
Well, I mean, I guess his consistency is similar to molasses. But even molasses can do lots of damage. Ask a certain city.
Yes.
The Molassacre.
Yep.
All right. So, initiative: HareWire, Nikola, Lina, the swarm of critters, Cat, Tailwind, Shaun, the swarm of critters.
Well, they
Oh,
get
they
2
get
turns.
two?
They get 2 turns. There's a fuck ton of them.
That's
I
fair.
this to
Be
me
quick,
seems
focus on the
simpler
two.
than having multiple swarms.
Yes.
So it's a swarm that goes twice.
Yes.
Thank you, oh powerful
for a few
DM.
times. The swarms I could find stat blocks for are like 1/4 conflict rate, 1/2 conflict. I had to do some stuff to make it like stand a
Quality of
chance, so
life.
they get 2 turns.
Mhm.
Yes.
What was
Not
the?
dumb.
It was HareWire, Nikola.
It is in player talk,
It is. Oh,
and
shit.
it is HareWire's turn first.
Oh boy. Yeah, HareWire has been taken surprised by all this, but like, okay, it's time to beat up small creatures. He guesses like he's not like thrilled to be beating up small creatures. Actually, he kind of likes animals, but it's something to do. And the
I mean, you
teams
don't have to beat them up. You could do something else on your turn.
Good point. Uh, Unfortunately, I'm trying to look through his spells and whatnot and figure out what the best thing would be to help defeat the creatures. And a lot of his stuff is just damage dealing. Or hold on, let
If
me
you could
read.
steal their organs, you seem to be good at that.
He's so good at that.
The consent doesn't seem to matter there.
Okay. He could cast blindness or deafness on them. Or he
Ooh.
could
My
do.
my
Don't
My
worry,
only
all my
question
stuff
that-
is single
would that
target right
work on
now
the
as
whole
well.
swarm?
I don't know. Like, you can like cast blindness, deafness on multiple targets if you like add an additional level, but I really don't know. Like, at max, he could like blind 5 or 4.
Yeah, out of like probably 100, 150.
Yeah, not the best.
Isn't too much.
I think swarms count as a single target for the case of those things.
Yeah, I'm
Possibly?
willing to go with that.
I mean, he does have phantasmal force. Hold on, I'm reading through that since it has a longer description. I like to use an illusion. Like, sorry about this. I've never actually really used a lot of his abilities because he's never really been in a combat. I'm just like, what can you do?
Welcome, violence.
Something is wrong with these children.
Yes, you can see it.
Mhm.
We're all fun mutant monsters.
Except Lina.
I mean, she's a
Lina,
monster in her
Lina
own
dates
way.
a monster, close enough.
Rude. Accurate, but rude.
How dare you? It's her monster.
I wonder if, since the range is 60 feet, and okay, hold on, I'm gonna copy paste Phantasmal Force description. I think what he could do is maybe cast like an invisible arena around them pretty much to like fence in the swarm so at least nothing gets to the city at large.
Put the description.
Yeah.
In. Let's see.
If this is the first time they're finally like seen and make a public debut, and it's with this fucking robot that with wonderful mascara.
I mean, congratulations, you're part of a superhero crew now. You have multiple obligations.
Like, the one thing is that it's only supposed to just, like, affect, like, one target unless, like...
We ruled that, like, the swarm is one target. Yeah, I think you could do a phantasm of a arena or a wall to keep the things contained.
Well then... Okay, so is this just... I think it's just, like, since it's casting time with just one action, so I guess he just casts it? With the DC being 15.
Alright. Fuck, I knew I fucking forgot something for the swarm. I did not give them any stats. Hang on. They have AC and HP, and that's it.
You thought we were just gonna
that's
squash
pretty
him.
Actually, do we think we could take a quick 5 here before we get too into the
Oh.
combat?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Not the problem.
Yeah, I'll go run and use
Alright.
the restroom really quick. I'm gonna mute.
I'm gonna pause the recording.
Alright, we're back. I found swarm stats. I'm going to roll, it looks like intelligence check to see if the swarm believes the phantasm. Not at strong point.
Come on, be
A
stupid. We
4.
need this now.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Yep, the swarm
Uh.
perceives, I guess, those within a 10-foot cube range, now have a, I'm gonna say a very, very tall barbed wire fence, very tightly woven, so there's no gaps they could potentially believe they could get through around them now.
Yeah,
like
and
fingers.
everyone.
I was making the joke that it looks like fingers.
I don't. Oh, because HareWire has the barbed wire on his fingers.
Mhm.
Ah,
It doesn't have to. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, it is the, like, barbed wire like him, but it's not his fingers. Though I guess it would be kind of cool if it looked like his hands, but I don't think he has enough fingers for that.
You can just make it and just like, here, infinite fingers.
Infinite finger maze.
Oh boy. So everyone sees the flow of little critters pouring up from the subway sort of stop at what seems to be an arbitrary point in thin air and start determinedly scratching and chewing at what seems to be thin air and not moving forward anymore.
Yep, I guess they could potentially take damage if they tried hard enough, since this phantasmal force can do damage that is, like, appropriate to the hazard they're dealing with, but that's only if they're really going at it.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. If you want to roll 1d6 damage for the swarm as they try to chew on barbed wire.
Let's see, okay. Would this be something I add his modifier to? Sorry, I'm still just so...
It looks just 1d6.
Just 1d6, okay.
Oh boy, the full 6!
The full 6!
The swarm looks unaffected. But every little bit counts, I guess. Anything else for HareWire on his turn? Bonus actions, movement?
Let's see, hold on. I'm like, imagine I'm just like, sorting through papers, like, what can you do, Rabbit Man? What can you do? He could give some bardic inspiration, but I don't think we're at that point yet, so... I think he's just gonna, like, move, to higher ground, like, get on a dumpster.
You might take an attack of opportunity because the swarm is occupying this alley.
Good point. He might actually sit still. Like, I think he's just standing, hoping no swarm creatures try to bite at him, since he now needs to maintain concentration. His
Mhm.
one weakness.
Giving
Alright.
the ADHD characters concentration skills a bad move.
Have you tried abracadabra?
Heh.
Kalabik.
Nikola's turn then.
All right. Last time I established that I cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
I think that's worn off because it only lasts an hour. You cast it before you went chasing after HareWire, and you have watched an entire movie since then?
Nah, all right.
Sorry.
Um,
Movie time.
Good memory though.
I wish I had known that. Then I would have had Nikola cast it before they lifted the manhole cover.
Yeah. I'm also willing to say that Nick did not cast it at all that time, because they did then pick up Lina, which would have caused Lina damage if they had Armor of Agathis on.
That's a good point.
So
That's true.
they at least haven't taken up the spell slot.
There you go.
Thank you, DM.
That's very lenient of you. I would like to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Which will let's see. A protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost or shit that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration per level. So that would be 15. If a creature hits you with a melee attack, well, you have these hit points. The creature takes 5 cold damage per level, which again would be 15.
I think it's 25 because you're level 5.
No, I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Oh, level of the spell. Okay.
Warlock.
Warlock.
So yes.
That'd be an
So
even
that's
more
my-
broken spell than it is if it was 20. If it was per character level.
All right, that's my action. Eldritch Blast is an action. I'm looking to see if I have any. Ooh, with my bonus action. So earlier you said that the swarm counts as a single target.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to allow me to cast Hex on the entire swarm?
Let me look up.
I can put the description in player talk.
An extra 1d6 whenever you hit it with a spell. Yeah, I think you can hex the entire swarm.
All right. I would like to cast Hex on the entire swarm.
What ability do you want to disadvantage for them?
I'm gonna say dexterity.
All right.
Question: is that whenever I hit it with an attack, or
looking
whenever
at it-
anyone hits it with an attack?
Whenever you hit it with an attack.
Ah, rats.
So just
All
you.
right. Okay, I go to write down my hitting things formula.
Yes.
But that will end my turn.
All right, which brings us to Lina.
Hello. I would like to do steady aim as a bonus action, which this says that I can do on the same turn for my action, so that I can have advantage on it. And I won't be able to move after I do this until my next turn. And then I'm going to hit it with my dagger of returning at advantage.
All right.
Okay, so that's the first roll.
Oh my god.
And let me do my other one because it's at advantage.
Just in case you get a nat 20 or something.
That would be so nice, wouldn't it?
Get that crit damage.
Sorry, I'm still having to reach around my cat.
Mhm. I forgot you had that dagger returning. I was like, how did she get a magic weapon? Oh, right, I did that.
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
you did that.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go with the
Oh,
first
this
one.
is hard.
Yeah, the
Artists are
22. That
fun.
hit.
Okay, that's
Roll your
hits, and
damage.
then damage. I'm gonna hit swarm 1. My damage.
It's all the same
is-
swarm.
Oh, right.
It just
Sorry.
gets 2 turns.
So 1d4 plus 4 because I am not a mutant. 1d4. My cat. I wish she would move, but her being still is also good. Seven.
7.
7. And that's my turn.
Every little bit counts.
Lina chipping away, quite
Chip it
literally.
away.
Tink, tink,
You
tink,
take
tink,
out, like-
tink, tink.
You take out like one of these little mutants.
A little bit counts. Snacka.
Which brings it to the swarm's turn. Let's see. So far, only Nick and Lina have directly attacked the swarm, so
Uh-oh.
yeah. The swarm is going to try to bite Nick and then Lina. So first for Nick. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the damage they deal to you first, and then you can roll the damage you deal to them with your armor. Wait, it's just a
It's
straight
15.
15, isn't it?
Yes, please
All
take
right.
15 damage.
Alright. And you take 7 piercing damage.
Oh,
And
Damn,
then
karma.
for Lina, that's it at 20.
Uh-oh.
Of course it is.
oh.
She's just so tiny and destroyable.
I really
So I
am.
think that hits.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
definitely hits. My armor class is 15.
Oh no!
We've got a boo-boo.
Honey.
Oh no!
Oh, they
What's
almost
the
were.
damage
Good God.
there, DM?
34.
I'm dead.
I think you just like
Oh,
instant
Jesus.
died.
Oh
You're down.
no!
You're not dead. Unless you took negative your health and so effectively double your health in one shot. You're not dead.
Lina's not dying.
Let's see. What's yeah, 48 is double. So almost. My HP is only 24.
Oh my god!
We need to
I am
level you
level
up.
3 rogue.
Oh no.
She's just a little axolotl with no HP and no mutant powers.
I do a
Oh
tiny
my
stigma and then I fucking pass out.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Lina.
You're
Sorry,
fine.
Lina. Well, we needed to buff Nick, and this is the fastest way to give him Nick a range buff.
I'm here for character development for Nikola. Hello, Nick. I am dying. Do you want to rage?
Lina's on the ground with little mutant critters crawling all over her.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Nick
Right, this is the secondary
screaming.
loadout. I never changed off of this. Dang. Oh well.
Nicola
I
is
don't have
screaming.
Tailwinds
That's
on
not
me.
good. Hey, HareWire gets to see what happens when somebody's significant other starts to die. That's interesting. I wonder if that'll impact him at all.
Cat's turn.
Cat will run into the middle of the swarm, grab Lina, hit her with a cure wounds, and then toss her to safety.
Alright,
Like a sack of
roll for-
potatoes.
roll for the healing on the cure wounds.
Alrighty, let me just what curing that does. 1d8. What level spell slot cast? Yeah, I have one level 2 spell slot left because I already cast Pass with Trace once. So. For 2d8 plus 5.
Lordly, you've gotten further from your mic again.
Sorry, I'm playing. I leant in. I should be closer.
You're back. It's
Now
like you
you're
were just
good.
having an internal monologue as you were thinking.
Thoughts drift away like fog on the lake.
Come on. I'm ready. Up first time, so 2d8 plus 5.
Oh, there it goes. 14!
14!
Lina's up to 14 hit points. That's over
Cat
half
is
her
on
health. Oh my god.
Yeah. She just
I
gives
think-
a tiny thumbs up as she's just like on the sidewalk in a little crumpled pile, just like, I'm good.
Yeah. He physically yeeted her out of danger. And that was his action bonus. I don't got any.
Action and movement. Because you're moving through the swarm, you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
That's fair and valid.
14 hit?
It does not.
Yay, good for Cat.
Thankfully, Cat has pretty high AC.
Any
They
bonus
just really
action?
wanted to get Lina's tasty little legs and couldn't reach.
I mean, is it adjacent to frog legs?
There are no bonus actions I can take. They only proc if I succeed on an attack.
You might have to lean in
Alright,
again.
Tailwind's turn. Yeah, you
Alright.
are...
We good? I thought you were saying some
Mhm.
more.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cut myself off in the middle of telling Lordly he is quiet again. I have turned Lordly's volume up on my end. Just...
Alright.
Is this good? Are we good?
a little bit more would be ideal. But
I am
I
as
can
close to my mic as I can get without
That
like
is
putting it
great.
in my mouth.
Yeah, that right there is great. If you're going to stay further away from the mic, just like give me a chance to adjust your volume so that you're on par with everyone else.
I should be staying here. I'll just
Okay.
adjust my mic so it's a little more comfortable.
Alright.
All right.
Tailwind is going to very much see the Lina shot put, and it's like, all right, well, I don't have much in the way of crowd control, but I got this. Slams their fists together. You see them start like spinning, or like the gyros on their wrists start spinning up to give themselves temp HP. And they are going as a bonus action, and then they're going to use the Guardian Thunder Gauntlets because, yeah, it's one creature. They're considered one creature. Interesting. I'm gonna do a punch with my uses my intelligence because it's based off of my magic. So it is don't open Godot. A second.
The struggle of opening up a coding program and then having to wait like 2 minutes to close it.
So punch.
That sure hit.
I do 1d8 thunder damage, and the creature that has disadvantage on attacking anything other than me until the end of my next turn. It's not a lot of damage, but this is much more like attack me, draw aggro.
All right. And that does a whole 3 damage. and they have disadvantage against attacking anyone but you until your next turn.
Yep. They gain temporary hit points equal to my level in this class. Okay, so I only have 5, but that's fine.
It's more than 0.
Yep.
It'll
Alright.
help if I ever get crit like that. It won't bring me down to 0 immediately. It gives me that buffer.
It's useful.
Alright, that brings it to Shaun's turn.
Beautiful. Thankfully, I'm a pretty simple character. I do like 3 things, and basically just 3 things. And the first thing is Rage as a bonus action, of course, to get advantage on strength. And that also triggers Form of the Beast, and I'm gonna go with the tail property, so Shaun gets, instead of claws, which you would think Shaun would do after losing his fingers, he's like, nah, you know what, fingers are bad today. And just, we got a terrifying slime tail with spikes all over it instead. So that,
Agomizer.
yeah, we got a fun Agomizer thing. Because, you know, it seems like, oh yeah, it has the reach property. If something attacks me, I can swipe back at them as a reaction. So, you know, Shaun's thinking, okay, there's a lot of guys. I'm going to just have a big, nasty swipe attack.
Nice.
So, we're raging. We have the tail. So that's going to change some of my attacks. And I get 2 attacks a turn due to being level 5
Level 4.
and a melee
Hell
class.
yeah.
So let me just double check my regular, because I can only tail swipe once, but I only need to tail swipe once. I can just use a regular attack.
Instead of Butterfingers, he has Jelly Fingers.
Exactly. So we'll start with just the regular attack first at the swarm, because we're trying to be big and scary and, you know, not have Lina be axolotl paste.
At least with the magic
Again.
barrier,
Axolotl.
the illusion barrier, if you're outside of the 10-foot cube, that the little guys can't go through, you're safe.
Oh,
So it's a
go
22 to
Shaun!
hit.
Just chop with them through
your
the barbed
hit.
wire. It will be fine.
And that
I'm
is
glad that my
1d12.
passing out can be a great motivation.
Okay, and we only roll.
Oh no, you're our
5,
lowest
7
lane,
damage.
poor dear.
Oh no, I am.
7 damage.
Lois Lane tries to be Batman.
And then we'll
He's got the
swing
moxie,
again.
but not the bank account.
I got a bark, no bite.
Not the years and years of training.
I don't think a
Cool.
7 hits.
Yeah, 7 does not hit, unfortunately. But you got
Yeah,
one
so
good
this-
hit on him.
Yeah, so the second swipe went wide. He's a little off balance. And that's all Shaun's wrote for his turn.
Not used to aiming down at his ankles.
No, they're so tiny.
Oh, ankle biters.
Alright. And it is now the swarm's turn again. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, they're going to bite at Tailwind and Shaun, and the one at Shaun is going to be at disadvantage. So Tailwind first. Does a 17 hit?
Yep, chunk out of metal. Oh wait, what's my AC? Yeah, it's 16. I was looking at my passive perception for there for a second. Like,
Everyone
that
has
seems low.
more AC than me. I just have a ton of health. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Alright, well that's 3 damage to Tailwind because on that 3d6 they rolled a 1, a 1, and a 1.
Yeah.
Too bad that didn't happen for Lina.
Poor Lina got
Yeah,
bodied.
Yeah. I was
Two
like, oh, it's
sixes
be
on the
fine to
crit.
hit Lina. Like, Nick got like 7 points of damage. And then
And
they
the
just
crit
really went for
into
Lina,
Max
huh?
Goldbust. She's their dodge.
I'm just a little guy.
So that's a 6 and a 6 to attack Shaun. At disadvantage, that's a 6, and I don't think that hits, right?
That doesn't even hit me, no.
Alright. Back to HareWire's
Oh
turn.
boy, HareWire. Okay, Let's try and think here. I feel like at this point he's like, okay, we're just outright fighting these things. Like at first he was like, maybe we could contain them, and now it's like, okay, we're punching and hitting these things.
They will kill you.
You see a chunking of wrecking ball just get ripped off by a rat, and it's like, oh god.
Well, they're
It
not
can't
rats.
be a rat. It's a little creature. It's a little indeterminate creature
Little
with some
gremlin.
sharp teeth. Mhm.
I'm just imagining something like a tribble with just a mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They're little furry blobs that occasionally have an identifiable animal feature.
This probably wouldn't. Like, he would have to trade this as well for the. So he's not going to cast this, but just theoretically, if he casted enemies abound on the swarm, would it just consume itself?
If it counts as a single target, it can't target itself.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it would be a fucked up thing to cast if you had like multiple creatures.
That's like multiple swarms just come in. You cast like Crown of Madness, and then just descend, and you just see blood spurt out. Like holy crap!
It would be very fucked up if they did that, but I'm gonna say mechanically no.
Mechanically, and it makes sense. So I guess HareWire is going to actually just cast damage for once. But hold on, I know he has something like magic bonus to his attack since he's because of the type
A
of bard
special little boy.
He's a special little guy. He's special. He's a special fella. Where is it? I like DMV, but sometimes their feature page just becomes like a nightmare to read.
Oh yeah, it's like not sorted or prioritized at all.
Oh, there we go. So I think he's gonna go ahead and here, let me post this as well, just because I'm no combat expert, so I need help interpreting things sometimes. But when he does an attack, he can make them magically toxic to a creature's mind. So when he hits a creature with a weapon attack, he can use a bardic inspiration to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Although if you're at 9th level, it looks like 3d6.
Oh yes, 3d6.
Because it
Okay.
increases to 3d6 at 5th level. Yeah, you could do that. Roll to hit,
Roll
and
to
then
hit.
if it hits, you can use your bardic inspiration thing.
And finally, I feel like I haven't got an opportunity to do this before, but I have his daggers flavored as he like just brings out his claws.
Yeah.
Barbed
Why, but
wire.
I'm
They
picturing you
gotta
having, like
hurt.
primal savagery just for the bite attack.
Anyway, so okay, his attack is gonna be a 1d20 plus 7.
Nice. Good to hit this
No.
boy.
Let's see if he can hit these critters. That was
That was that one. It doesn't work. He can't bring himself to hit the fuzzy little guys.
they're just
May or
fuzzy
may not
little
have been
guys.
psychologically shaken.
It's like I feel like you all witnessed him like he just makes a token effort, like he barely like tries to bat at them in the end since he just looks sad about it.
He tries to swat at them, winds up petting them instead.
Like just
Oh no, he's pathetic.
well like he does
I guess
that and
we
then
all
he
learned
stands up and
HareWire
puts...
lacks cute aggression.
He just
Fond response.
he like gently pets one and then puts his hands on his hip, stands up and goes, well, I've done all I can do.
I tried to
Lina.
hit them. I really did. Pet, 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 pet.
Lina, they're in a Yamcha pose, just twitching.
Actually, I think
Like,
he will.
I'm fine.
I realize he also is a warcaster, so he actually has advantage on Constitution saving throws and whatnot when it's like against an attack. So, and when a hostile creature's movement or anyway, he can basically. I'm just gonna have him
Basically, it's
move
harder for you to
out of the
roll
swarm
concentration.
zone.
All right. Well, attack of opportunity is going to be at disadvantage. Does a 12
Because it's
hit?
not against spells.
No, a
Mhm.
12 does not hit. So he just he says, "My work here is done," and then he walks through the illusion barbed wire and is just chilling on the other side now.
As he walks, some of these little critters try to like paw or bite at, gently nom at his legs, but he's made of metal, so it doesn't phase him.
I would dissuade that, but I'm currently in the middle of being eaten.
Oh,
I can't
also
believe they scratched the
does
polish.
have a bonus action where he could do a healing word. So I think actually once he is out of the barrier, he does notice poor Lina, and he could cast a healing word.
Yeah, Points at
Some
him, like,
HP for the poor, please.
He's just like, "Oh, hey,
finger
kid."
guns and winks at her. Hey.
So that will be a 1d4 plus 7 for him, or for Lina's pool. So let's see what that actually ends up being. It would be hilarious if he rolls as low as possible. That's just like, I've chosen not to be useful.
It would still
know.
bring him, like almost up to full health. Nat 1.
That one.
But that's still almost full
Only-
health for Lina.
Yeah, I'm like, that's great.
Well, I'm still excitedly waiting for next turn where Nicola's gonna go absolutely apeshit.
I did my
Yeah.
math in advance. I just gotta check with the DM.
It's Nicola's
God.
turn.
Ooh, hello.
Yes.
So, okay, I have. So Armor of Agathis is 15 points of cold damage if I hit. Eldritch Blast currently gives me 2 hits if I get both. And then I have Hex up, so that's another 1d6 plus 4 per hit. Does all of that sound good, Zen?
You don't do
Uh,
additional damage with Armor of Agathis. They only take the damage if they hit you.
I am looking. Yeah.
Oh,
So you won't
that's
deal
true.
the
Okay.
you won't deal the 15 points armor of Agathis. You will do. You can have the two. The two Eldritch Blasts, and let me just check on Hex if that's Oh yeah, Hex can be anytime you hit the target, so that could potentially go twice.
Okay.
Alright. Roll your first
So I will now attempt to hit.
Eldritch Blast.
All right, the first one is a 14 plus 7. I am
That
a
hits.
little bit too flustered to do math, but good.
Don't worry, it hits.
The second one's a
Um,
nat 20.
Oh
Okay.
boy!
Yeah.
So, let's roll the damage for the first one first. The normal Eldritch Blast damage plus the Hex damage.
Okay.
This is gonna get so messy real fast.
Okay,
Your
so that-
girlfriend dying gives you motivation.
Let's just hope it's not like Daredevil and it's a fridged girlfriend.
Okay. Will this help me do math?
You can do /R and then just put in math.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 4 plus. Where the heck is my d6? Plus 6
Oh boy.
plus 4. What am I missing?
That's just to check, that's your Eldritch Blast damage, the Hex, and then the Maddening Hex that you have?
Yes, and then also Agonizing Blast.
Yeah, so that adds your charisma modifier as well.
Yes, which I believe is 4.
I think HareWire is about to become afraid of Nikola. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh no, this happens with
I'm
everyone. Don't worry, it's not
I'm
just
wanting
you.
Lina to become afraid of Nikola. That's what I want to see.
No!
Lina's gonna become afraid of Nikola.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
just shotgun blast, kaboom.
Okay.
And
I
then,
think that's...
okay. So that's my first hit, I think.
I think so. So it's 22. And then roll the same damage for your second hit, and then once you've rolled it, it will be doubled.
Okay, so that's... I take a second to read the... I'm in the wrong chat. Gosh darn it. You know what? Sure, I'm doing both of them in the same place so I don't have to, like, find one of them. Okay. /R. So that's 10
Oh, boy.
plus 4 plus 2 plus 4. Is that right? That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. Dang it.
10
It's
plus
okay, it's
4
fine.
plus 2 plus 4 is... I can do this.
So that's 40
10.
damage.
Yeah! Ooh, boy!
I also can't
So
do math.
please
I'm
take
useless.
62 points of damage.
Fuck yeah!
62. Where'd the other
Taken.
20 come from?
From the
Ooh,
first
boy.
attack.
22 for
God.
the first, 20 for the second, doubled to 40.
Yes,
Oh,
so 62
God.
damage in one turn.
I think these are dead animals now. Like, they were pinned in and now they've been nuclear blasted.
A lot of
Nikola?
them are dead.
If we ever fight a dragon, we are protecting you the most because you're the flak cannon.
As my partner, Nicola's victories are my own.
Eh.
Yeah, you see, we let something bite you, and then suddenly Nikola does all this damage.
We know how to turn the Hulk on. We don't know how to turn the Hulk off.
Oh god,
Uh,
clap, clap.
Hulk on, Hulk off.
May I then use my movement to run over and check on Lina?
You will take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Nikola is not caring right now.
Don't worry, I
Okay.
got you. I mean, just saw the hole you put in these things.
Okay,
I don't
Swarm.
think an 8 hits, so
An
feel
8
free to
does
run
not
over to
hit.
Lina.
It's
You
honestly
know how-
a good thing it didn't hit, because otherwise the armor of Agathis would have just blown the
Yep.
rest of their points into dust.
You were underestimating how much health the swarm has. They are not even at half yet.
Oh gosh.
Our dear
Ah.
DM knows that Nikola can do
Mhm.
this kind of damage and is prepared for our nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
In my defense, Cat is also in this party.
Yeah, no,
It also does
I
50
knew.
batillion damage.
I knew
Don't
between
worry.
Cat and Nick, you guys can do like 100 damage a turn if you set your minds to it.
If we ever
This
need
thing
anyone
has a
to
large health
min-max
pool for
the
a swarm.
Nick
definitely goes to
someone
Lina,
min-max
who-
the shit out of a character we call Lordly.
Lina is just like trying to sit back up a little bit and is like fiddling with her crossbow, like, "Hey, how are you?"
Nick just hugs you. You know how tough guys don't look back at explosions? They're basically that, but actively sobbing.
You
Hugging
her
a bad
with your
idea.
armor?
You have armor on.
That is true. They wouldn't hug her, but they are fussing.
I just imagine hugs her and then accidentally snowgrave roots her.
Just hug and like
Sorry.
push her back
It's
out.
been a
of the
very
game.
long time since we played this regularly. Nick wouldn't be very aware of that. Arthur, was the one who fucked up there.
Yeah,
That's
since
fine.
during that one combat that went awry, Nick is very aware.
Yeah, once it happened that
Lina
one
is gonna
time,
blow
now
up
Nick is very
a lot.
careful. But it would also be
Yeah,
very
that's
funny if you knocked Lina out again.
Lina has more health points than that. She would be left with what? Like
she has 22 HP. Lina, Nick could knock her
minus
out.
15. Well, the armor of Agathis would only take 15 of those. She'd be left with 5?
7.
7.
Oh yeah, 5. No, yeah, 7. 22
7.
minus 15. 7. Yes.
Yeah, it's Lina's turn, so Lina's just gonna turn to Nick and be like, just like, "Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Also, it's very hot." Loads crossbow. She's going to, I think she's gonna move behind Nikola a little bit.
Valid.
Fair,
And then she's
valid.
going to use her her crossbow with sneak attack to do 3d6 plus 3 damage if she can hit. So let's see if she can
I
hit.
am adjacent.
Can't you do the thing
Yeah.
where you also snake for advantage?
No, because that means I couldn't. Yeah, that hits! Yay! Okay, so last hour.
They're little guys. There's just a lot of them.
A lot of little guys. I think HareWire's just like sadly frowning in a corner.
16
After
points of
seeing-
damage.
60 points of little guys explode into goo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just saw
No,
Nikola
not
part the
goo.
Red
I'm
Sea
the
with
only goo here.
Vernum.
Once,
Yes.
With
once
sheer force anger.
Couldn't Lina have also done the bonus action to get advantage on that attack?
steady
Theoretically,
aim.
but she's actually going to use it to use her bonus action to disengage because she fucking died.
Smart.
So she's going to play it a little
She hit
safe.
anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
She didn't need no steady aim. She has the steadying gaze of her hot boyfriend.
Yes, exactly.
The
Hide
steady
her
gaze
rock
of
so
the
she can
hot
hide
boyfriend
behind
is
you.
very teary right now.
Oh, she wants to comfort you, but she's not going to touch that right now.
The best.
They
HareWire
have
might
both
be
learned
dumb
that they're
enough
not allowed to do touchy.
This cat is through plastic wrap. Anybody who gets that reference.
So it's the swarm's turn.
It's
Yeah,
the
well,
swarm's
I have a feeling
turn.
I know who they want to bite.
I mean, Nikola kind of moved out of the way. So
Yeah, like
Mhm.
Attack
think it's
HareWire.
HareWire's out of
it's-
the zone. The
HareWire has not hit them at all.
yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
Cat
be
I want a
Tailwind
nice
and-
pat.
Shaun and Tailwind.
And
Yeah.
Cat.
So first, yeah, but Cat hasn't hit them yet.
Not
So
yet,
first
true.
against
He did steal their dinner.
first against Shaun at disadvantage. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit, no.
All right, and then it's suggesting me the fucking Wordle command instead of rolling. That's
Wordle
Of course, we're
great.
here to play Wordle now.
to defeat the swarm, we must play Wordle.
Solve the Wordle in under 10 minutes, or you'll take 20 damage.
Tailwind, does a 17 beat your AC?
Yes, by 1.
All right. So this is actually different than the bite attack that they've been doing.
Oh.
A bunch of these little critters start to crawl up onto Wrecking Maw. And yeah, that's going to have your movement speed and your attack rolls have disadvantage until the swarm is removed. Let
So
me
no
just
damage?
It's not dealing damage right now.
Oh, so it's like a grapple check. Okay.
Basically.
So yeah, makes sense.
So to try to get free of them, you can either try an athletics check to grab them and throw them off, or the swarm has to sustain a certain amount of damage.
Gotcha. Oh god, I think I know what kind of attack you hit me with. Tailwind got eaten.
I made this up. I didn't base this on any existing
Oh,
attack
okay.
that I know of.
Sorry,
is still
this
fun.
is the way you worded that sounded very much like a bite and swallow attack.
Huh.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's fine.
It might be
like,
similar. I wasn't based on it.
That's
so...
fine. Again, Tailwind is where they need to be in combat, which is right in the middle, annoying the enemies, and so that they are the target and not anyone else.
Not anyone
Mhm.
squishier.
Not tiny Linas. But you see,
Exactly.
now these little fuzzy things are getting to show off because they're like, oh, Lina, you want a hug, right? But you can't have one. But we're gonna get a hug from this giant metal monster.
That's so mean.
I just got engulfed by Furby.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Not
yeah.
the Furbies.
Tribbles crawling all over you.
They're scrappers.
It is now
They're
Cat's
scrapplets?
turn.
It is now Cat's turn. And Cat is
It's
going
time
to
for-
go to town with his katana. It's not the plural of katana.
Yeah, now Cat's gonna
Yeah,
show
so-
that they're the other problem character who does too much damage.
Okay,
Disrupting the
so
balance.
Yeah, last time they had to save my ass.
that's a crit.
That sure hit. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, you want me to roll damage
the-
first?
Roll the damage for it, because we're gonna double the damage.
Okay, so that's going to be 1d8 plus 4 plus. If I use an additional effect that grants me more damage, is that also damage? Like, does that also
The
get
gathered
doubled?
swarm thing? Yeah, I'd say that
Yeah.
can double.
Sweet. So plus an additional 1d6. It ignored the second thing, so
Roll the
Roll
1d6
it.
separately. Yeah, and we can add it up.
that's 14.
So
So that's
28?
double 28. Second attack, because he is a martial class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, I got a second attack because I am a martial subclass.
A 21 hits, I assume?
Yup, it sure does.
7, and then bonus action, another attack.
Boy?
My boy has swords. Wait, that should have been more than 7. It's 1d8 plus 4. That's 7. That's an 11.
Oh boy. That sure fucking hit.
Okay, and because this was my bonus action attack, it's only 3. So, Cat standing in the middle of this fucking barbed wire barrier essentially just pulls out his blades and goes full on blender.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Gosh.
he
Look
is
at
a
those
cat
smear
Beyblade?
frames.
There are more dead swarm critters than alive swarm critters currently.
Woo! I like
Yeah.
We hit the bloody point.
both Nick and Kat got a retaliatory, oh shit, my friend slash girlfriend has been fucked over, Chris.
Yeah.
The power of
How
anime.
dare you kill my girlfriend?
How dare you kill
How dare you kill my friend's girlfriend?
How dare
Who's
you
also
kill
my friend.
anime buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I watch
That hits
anime,
both of us.
Alright, Tailwind's turn.
All right.
Tailwind, you have swarm climbing on you. You can roll athletics to try and throw them off, or attack, but you will be at disadvantage.
I think I'm gonna just keep doing what I was doing. I have a good enough attack that I think I can get through it. I also remembered I had 2 attacks. So very much like before, you see the arms on the robot like rev up again as I'm gonna slam them together and get re-up my temp HP back to 5. I can only do that equal to the amount of times the proficiency modifier that I have, so I can only do that 1 more time.
Alright,
And then
that's disadvantage on attacks against anyone except you.
if I hit with the Thunder Wave, if I hit with the Thunder Fist,
Okay.
yes. And I'm gonna hit.
Unrelated
I'm
to
gonna
the temp
punch
HP then.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's 2 different things. They're attached both to the Guardian armor. Yeah, Thunder Gauntlets. I'm gonna attempt to hit 2 times with them. Well, I'm swinging 2 times. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna be rolling 4 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's a number 1. Okay. There's a number 2 for the.
Alright, well, double nat ones. So your
That
first hit doesn't work.
wildly misses.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna type in this one. Hopefully it refreshes. 14.
14.
14.
Wow. So much for disadvantage. You're rolling the same thing 2 times in a row. Well, 14 hits.
You know, I'm perfectly fine with that because then the 2 attacks would both be 1s. I'm getting them out of the way. You just gotta. The digital dice need to be warmed up. Anyways, I only hit with 1 of them, so.
Crow's is saying this is a 1 in 400 chance.
Welcome to our
special.
world. D8 thunder damage, or like sonic damage then. And then it has disadvantage to hit anything other than me.
We really appreciate them, by the way.
Don't worry, I'm doing my job.
Yay!
Yes, you do a wonderful job.
Alright, that's all I can do.
Alright, Shaun's turn.
Hooray! Now I will also not do much because you know we're the mid guys. We're kind of just mid, and I don't even have to rage or anymore or unleash my abilities because I already did that last turn. That stays on, so I just kind of swing. I just kind of swing at them.
Bada bada bada.
So let's give it a go. I believe this is because there's no advantage or anything. Okay, that's a 1, so that's not hitting. Oh. Good thing I get 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a 9's hitting either, so Shaun's gonna do Jack and shit this turn.
Unfortunately, no. The dice hate Shaun so much.
They do. So, you know, Slime Monster like saw all those horrible tribbles all over our poor dear friend Tailwind here. It was trying to help them out. It was trying to hit them without hitting the metal and kind of achieve nothing in doing this.
HareWire
But, you know,
applauds
it
in the
looked
background.
fearsome. Yeah, it looked fearsome, but it accomplished nothing and it was just showy nonsense. Good job, Shaun.
Man. Oh. Alright. It is now the swarm's turn. First up, they're gonna try and bite Tailwind. Does a 16 hit?
Hey, 16 meets, so it does hit.
Trying to crack you open like a nut.
That is 3 points of damage.
I'm fine. It goes onto the shield. I'm down.
Was
to
the
2
swarm
temp
like
HP.
consistently rolling like the minimum damage on you?
I'm not questioning
Well,
it.
that's not the minimum damage. It's
oh, that's a D20.
the amount of damage. The amount of damage it can do has gone down because the swarm size has gone down.
Oh, right, because
Oh,
half of them are
yeah.
dead.
You're just like standing in a field of
And then a
dead
disadvantage.
animals.
That's a 3 to hit Shaun, so I don't think that works.
No.
No, you rolled a d2, good sir.
Oh fuck. Yeah,
No,
that would do it. Let me try that again.
I'm sorry I homeworked you, buddy.
Does a 12 hit, Shaun?
Isn't that
a 12 would hit, but since I have tail out, I can reaction and roll 1d8 to add to my AC to make it not hit me.
All right.
Nice.
So
Do
we're gonna do
that.
Isn't that
And I just need a 1. Okay, yeah, so that gave me 8 more AC, so that did not hit me.
Cool. Lordly, what have you been trying to say?
Oh, I doesn't matter. Sort of. I thought it was a 15 to hit, Shaun. But,
Disadvantage.
Oh no, it's a 12 to hit Shaun.
okay.
12 and
Yeah.
a 15, and disadvantage takes the lesser, which was the 12. All right.
Yeah.
We're coming back around to HareWire's turn.
He's like, I just...
I will say the swarm is in bad shape. If the swarm gets to be small enough that there's just a few critters left, you can absolutely try stealing one of these things to make it a pet. These fuckers have stolen so many enemies and turned them into pets.
Yeah.
Like-
We've legally been told stop.
HareWire just coming back to the party plex with one of these things. Like, look everybody, I have a pet rat, and it's like not a rat at all. Some sort of identifiable creature.
Look, it's a
It's
hamster.
explicitly not a rat, TM.
Look at Hamster.
Look at my hamster.
I
Imagine
realized
if they are
on the
like
this is
purple.
only if the rats are. How long is a minute? Since the concentration for the barbed wire illusion is a
A
minute.
minute is
Well, like in combat,
minute
like
is 60
time is real
seconds.
slow.
Each round is 6 seconds. So you've got another you got another it's not it has not worn off yet.
Okay, so if
It's
they're
like
running
10
into
rounds.
it each
Yeah.
round, there is a chance that if like they could be damaged by it, but that's only if they're still like ramming into it at all.
I think I'm gonna say there's not enough left that they're ramming into the fence as much.
Fair enough. I just wanted to check.
They're a little focused with their big chewy hamster ball and
And getting
and other
absolutely
things.
blended and blasted.
The Mahjong Blast blender in the
Mhm.
middle there.
They have enemies to focus on. They don't have time to chew on barbed wire.
Okay, so let's see. He might do a dissonant whisper on them. Since that is fun. So they would just have to make a wisdom saving throw with the DC being 15.
Well, they're animals, so that's not their high point. They don't make it.
Okay, so they take 3d6 psychic damage. Oh, and it must immediately use the reaction to move as far away from HareWire as possible. So they might be running back into that fence, actually.
Into the fence, yeah.
Okay,
Roll that damage.
HareWire is just terrorizing small animals now. Oh no.
I mean, if they're terrified of him, is his battery being boosted?
Not, yeah. Is his
Well,
battery
so-
can he feed on the fear of small animals, or at least
Can
the
he?
fear that Nikola had with his girlfriend dying?
I haven't really super fun. I feel like animals are like too low key for.
Yeah.
So that's a 10 if I rolled right.
Mm-hmm. Looks right. The pests are fleeing. Tailwind is now free from being climbed on. And then if you want to roll 1d6 for the phantasm.
Yay! 1d6. Oh, another 6.
Boy. Very nice. Very nice little chunk out of them. It's now Nikola's turn.
Hi,
How you doing, bud?
I'd like to kill.
Kill.
They've
Do a
gone
murder.
from the puppy dog eyes to laser Terminator eyes.
What in the... How... I found my dice.
Hey!
Right. I have some Nikola emotions and I was like, where are my dice? I had them a turn ago. Alright. I'm going to try the Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
I cast fuck you.
Alright, the first one's a 14.
That hits.
Second one is whatever 12 plus 7 is, which I think is a 19.
It hits.
Nice.
No, wait,
So
yeah,
that would
plus
be 2d10 plus 16 plus 2d6.
That sounds right.
Okay. D
I really want to see your build.
plus... You helped me with my build.
You made it. Yeah.
Did I? Alrighty. In
Well,
which
you
case,
and Tallestnull
Right.
both gave me ideas, but
And there is some custom subclass stuff. But I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
think that's
think
affecting combat.
I
yeah,
love how
all
you
my
forgot
custom
that you
subclass
unleashed this
stuff right now is
abomination.
outside of combat.
Listen, my brain is Swiss cheese.
I bet it doesn't taste that good.
Well, how does 28 points of
I
damage
might have a
taste?
delicious brain.
That takes out a good chunk of them. There's still quite a few scurrying around. But
Nice. I am going to continue bristling protectively in front of Lina.
You are my rock that I
Porcupine.
hide behind.
fuck, I've dropped my stim toy.
Stim
No.
toy down.
Now the triples
I'll
are
get it later. I'm busy copy pasting. It's Lina's turn.
Hi. I don't know if you've heard this one before, but I'm going to use my crossbow. Use sneak attack, and then disengage.
All right, roll your crossbow.
D20. Hallie, please stop. Sorry, my cat.
I encourage Kelly's crimes.
No, don't encourage her crimes. That is
That
everything.
does
Don't
not
do
hit.
it. That does not hit. So I shall, if allowed, I shall, instead of using my bonus action to disengage, I will use it for steady aim and roll again.
I feel like
Rules as written, you do need to say beforehand.
yeah.
Okay, then I'll leave it.
Like if you hadn't explicitly said what you were using your bonus action before, maybe, but yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You were pretty clear about how you wanted your bonus action to go. Okay.
Also, you only need to use your bonus action to disengage if you're moving through enemies. Otherwise, it doesn't really do much.
Okay, noted.
All right. It's the swarm's turn.
This weird thinks carefully about its actions.
Go. What?
I was muttering to myself, the swarm thinks carefully about its next move.
Assuming the
The
swarm can think.
sound you made just struck me as funny. I apologize. Keep going.
Does a 10 hit Tailwind?
No.
All right. Does a 7 hit cat?
Not at all.
The poor swarm.
The swarm bites ineffectually at the two of you and does nothing.
It rolled.
I think the minimum AC for any given creature is like 10, or any given player. So, unless they are very bad with their arm.
Yeah,
With your
unless you have
constitution.
negative dex, your minimum is like 10.
Cat's turn.
Cat's turn. Time for Cat to do his Blender impression again. I'm a very good 3D modeling program.
Watch this visual effect.
First attack. Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming does not
That
hit.
hits. That hits.
That hit. Wow.
It's almost
I've
as
got
if
low
we're just
AC.
attacking tiny animals.
They don't have a lot of AC.
They deserve it.
Animals more often.
So 1d8 plus 4.
The second one does
Okay.
not hit. 8
That
does not
wasn't
hit.
to hit. That wasn't
Oh, that
to
was
hit,
damage.
that was
Okay.
So,
All right.
7 again. 22.
That hits.
Definitely. 9.
All right.
7 for my bonus.
Oh, you have a
action,
third
13.
attack. That hits.
1d8.
Just one.
His bonus attack. His bonus action attack just nicked the tail of one.
Just poking a
It would
little.
be very.
Aw.
It would be hilarious to me if that one was enough to kill it, but I don't think I'm that lucky.
No, I was thinking it would be hilarious if that's the one HareWire winds up keeping as a pet.
Has a little scar over its eye.
It
The
is
chosen one.
Tailwind's turn.
Hey, am I still engulfed?
No.
No.
HareWire took care of
Okay.
that.
HareWire scared them off of you.
Nice. There's a quick brush down of all the dirt and footprints on him, and they're the weird footprints. It's like, okay, well, I don't really want to run up and do that again, but I mean, yeah, no, I'm not gonna Thunderwave in the middle of the town. That seems like a bad idea.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I will say there's only like 5 to 10 of these things left.
yeah. Tailwind's just gonna run up and go Thunder Gauntlets again. This time
Alright.
without disadvantage, though that disadvantage absolutely helped me last time. Run up punch.
That hits.
Should I roll a second one, or do you want damage first?
Roll damage first.
Okay. Nice.
Alright, you can roll your second attack. That hits. Alright. There are 3 of these things left.
And then I will just stand there readying. I'm not gonna pop my last shield just yet, unless something else comes out of the sewers, or we have to fight something else.
Rat Swarm 2! Twice as big.
Now you see, my fingers are gonna come back and attack us.
It is now Shaun's
Oh, no.
turn.
Hooray.
Shaun gets the
Maybe
catharsis
we
of
can-
murdering it all.
Well,
You
you
can
know, it got like minimum rolls twice in a row, so I don't know. He might not. He might just have to ineffectively not hit anything again.
Poor Shaun missing like the free
Imagine if
rat
he got
or free fuzzy weird things.
3 fuzzy weird
Imagine
things.
if you got a nat 20
That hit.
now.
Got a 12. I'm not sure if that hits.
It hits.
It hits.
Okay, so that one does hit. Okay, so we'll give it a swing. We'll try and do some damages. Which I believe is, yeah, it's a 12. So that's a nice 4 damage out of like a possible 14. Because
Kills one
when
of-
we do anything, we do it as badly as possible around here.
Hey, that's a 2 on the dice, not a 1. It could have been worse. On that
It could have
D12.
been worse.
The bar is
Yeah.
low. Hmm.
And his other hit is not attacking because once again he rolled another 1.
My god. At least he got to hit a couple times. Which
I
is...
did smack a couple of them with a tail. I was like, and maybe I gave some of them some boo-boos.
Mm-hmm. There are now 2 of the pests left. How did I move them? I did not mean to reorder the channels there. Now that there are only 2 of the pests left, I kind of want to I'm skipping their turn and going straight to HareWire. HareWire, what do you want to do with these guys? Are you taking them, or will you kill them?
I think HareWire is gonna wander back over to them, and could I just like grapple both the rat? Like I keep wanting to call them rats. They're not rats, so they're mutant pests. Like,
They're
just one in
hamsters.
each hand.
Tribble.
Name one rat and the other hamster.
These 2 can resemble rats if you want. Roll sleight of hand.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Just picks them up and puts them in his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yeah,
damn.
you scoop these 2 up.
He just like
What do you
Idiots.
he's just holding them now, and like just kind of stares at them for a second, and then just turns to the teens and just goes, "Okay, I think we solved that problem."
Yeah.
Cat will do that anime thing where he flicks the blood off his sword and then like cleans it and sheaths it in one move, except with 2
And it
swords
does a little clap.
simultaneously.
Hey Nick, can you turn off the funky armor?
Turns off the funky. Turns off the funky armor and
Hugs.
just scoops her up.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I really am not trying to scare you.
I'm not scared, Nick.
I'm mildly scared.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that
fine for
happens
you.
regularly. It's fine.
You kids
Just
just
Cat's
don't.
just like
Hurt Lina.
Yeah.
Cat's just like, I'm just mildly scared that Lina nearly died. That's what scared me.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, there was like 1,000 of those
nods.
things. They all swarmed you.
Yeah,
I'm
it was not
surprised-
great.
Surprised you got them out.
Well, I'm pretty sure if Kat hadn't done something, I would not be okay. Thank you, HareWire. I know you healed me too.
I helped. Are you
You
saying
did.
this while
Yes,
like
you did.
gesturing
You
with
did.
the
Good
critters?
Yeah, you can keep those as long as you don't let people in the city see them.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. I guess I could keep them as pets, but I'm not sure if I want whatever these are as pets. They did just try to kill you. That was kind of impressive, honestly.
That they tried to kill us, or
They
that
also
we
did
killed
that
them?
when there was
Yeah.
a whole lot of them.
I mean, it was teamwork, really, what they did. And you have
Yeah,
all your
maybe
flesh
you can train them to
still
work together
attached.
to help people be scared or something.
I kind of want to see like back in the partyplex like 10 games from now or something after HareWire's brought them back home. Like there's a swarm of horrible rat creatures too, who as they've bred and repopulated in partyplex.
Oh no, tribbles, hamsters.
Dear Lord.
Oh, that was hilarious.
They can. I hand you that these are very fluffy blobs, but they have just two rabbit-like ears on top of the blob.
Oh.
One can have rabbity
I'm just
ears, and one
imagining
can
them-
have a bear rat tail.
Yes.
I'm just imagining them as like perfect orbs of fur with like an octopus
Yes.
beak on the bottom.
Yes.
Valid interpretation.
They are ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
You
Yeah,
can
Lina is
interpret
just-
them as you wish.
Lena's just fully just like, hey, Nick, can you hold me? Because I don't want to walk.
Nick is might be going a little bit into shock holding Lina.
Hey, just pats Nick's face like, HareWire, do you want a snack?
He like looks around at all the critters that are dead. As it makes like scrunches up his nose. And it's like, I'm not cleaning this up like that.
Oh, no, I'm just saying Nick is in shock, so you might be able to get a bit of a snack as he regulates.
Oh, sure. And he like gets uncomfortably close to Nick and probably like crouches down if they're like. I assume if they're hugging, they're probably lower to the ground and
Just gets real close and sniffs deeply.
yeah, just like sniffs deeply, but also like it's still holding out the critter. So really, it's like Lina and Nick just both have like these two fuzzy things next to their faces. And HareWire.
Just
I feel
Yeah.
like one of the critters is like scrabbling and trying to get out of HareWire's grip, but the other one has just accepted its fate and is hanging there.
accurate.
I
is
think
life
he's like
now for
kisses
me.
one. He's gives it a little smooch.
This one's the good one.
HareWire.
This one is Verl.
May I suggest get those away from me?
Yeah, you might want to just not show those to Nick right now because he will make them go away.
But aren't they cute and fuzzy?
Maybe
not
he'll
gonna
think
ask
that
for
later.
HareWire shrugs and just stands back up and walks away with them. He's like, "Do I want pets? I'm
That's
not
a
sure."
good choice. That's a very smart decision.
I'm just imagining if he had just Nick glares and one of them just explodes with the power of Nick's mind.
Oh god.
I think that is canonically how Nick's Eldritch Blast works on mutants.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh, yeah.
turns
said
them
that
into
before.
mist. Oh god.
Yeah. Lena's
Unmakes
just
them.
holding Nick.
I'll be alright.
It's gonna be okay. I'll be okay too. Don't worry. After this, we can go to your place and watch some stupid shows.
Just don't go anywhere,
I don't want
please.
to.
Not.
I plan on taking a really long nap. Your grandma has that
Alright.
really nice clawfoot bathtub in that one guest room. I'm totally stealing it.
Smash cut to later in the day. All you hear is. Oh, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, no, this is mine.
Just mental image of like it being filled with marmalade slushy.
Oh
I don't think she's that unhinged.
no! No, she would. She's just not that strong. Okay.
Anyways,
don't worry.
as the robot
is any-
like pats HareWire on the side. So, all right. Well, we dealt with that. Welcome to Wellspring City. You still have to go apologize.
Yeah.
Is anyone putting the cover back on that manhole?
I think
Yes.
Cat leans down to Tail and is like, "Do you have any explosives you could drop down there first before we shut it, just in case?"
Please
You
don't
can roll-
explode this
You can roll
the infrastructure.
You can roll perception and look down there to see what's going on down there.
Oh boy.
Oh, we'll do that.
You good?
Perception, it's not bad.
HareWire is also like
22.
leaning the the critters so they can look.
Hey, I have keen eyes and noodle arms. I subsidize by using metal.
Lina is definitely just like
Uh.
using Nick's cloak as a blanket.
Mhm.
I
I'm
can't
guessing
see past wrecking ball.
Cat is
Nick
also
is
best
not looking
described as
because
keen eyes and
he
noodle
is.
arms.
Nick's a little distracted right now. We'll check back in with Nick later. Let's just say that.
Yeah. With his 6 HareWire, you don't get a good look down into the sewer. As soon as you like approach, the critter that was trying to skitter out of your hands starts a renewed effort trying to slip out of your hand, so you have to deal with that. You don't get to pay much attention when you're trying to keep a hold on a small angry critter. With a 7, Shaun, it's dark down there. It looks like something's moving.
It might be your finger.
Lina, Tailwind, Cat, can all see that the sewers. You were down there before. There were 1 or 2 critters. The sewers are kind of crawling with critters. There are a lot down there. No more are trying to get up from this manhole currently, but there are another good swarm or 2 worth of critters down there.
Oh.
If we pushed police robots down there and then just kind of sealed them up, do you think they'd take care of it?
Considering how easily I can take them apart, I think they just get devoured.
You're not wrong. They're so shoddy.
And I will say Tailwind and Cat with above 20s can tell that the critters are largely flowing in from the direction of the river. Though I don't know that that's a
Oh.
big surprise.
Oh, come on. Can we get a week without this man messing
Without
things
ill
up?
will.
Was that
Just
said
a
out
week
loud?
without ill will.
Yes.
I think HareWire's gonna mutter, "What, man?"
There is a very crazy man who lives on the other side of the river who keeps...
His name is Ill Will and he sucks.
His name is Ill
Yeah.
Will, just outright.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Again,
It's like
he's
it's
not
spelt
smart.
with
Well,
two,
he's...
it's spelt with a Y or 2 Y's. Am I misremembering that?
It's 2
I don't
wise.
think
It's
we've ever
only wise.
In character,
why?
Tailwind is definitely going to say, I don't think we've ever gotten his name in writing, but like...
No, we did. I thought we did on like
Whatever.
He
the
sounds
ocean
like a
paperwork.
Y guy.
Oh yeah, you can practically just
He's
hear the
kind of
Y.
person who- He's the kind of guy who makes
Yeah,
you
sometimes
ask
in the accent.
why.
Well, maybe you got his name when you got him to sign the OSHA papers.
Oh,
This is true.
yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Will? Oh, Ill Will? What's your first name?
Doctor. His first name is Doctor.
No
one
They
gave
don't
him a
hand these out to
doctorate.
anyone.
Honestly, my mental image for his first name is Lewin, with like the Welsh spelling, so it's a double L. It's double
Oh,
L.
Llewellyn?
Llewellyn? Llewellyn?
Uh,
Or Lewin?
something like that, yes.
Llewellyn? Yes.
Bad idea.
I look directly at the author.
Shuffle my brother off to the side.
Anyway.
Anyway, HareWire's like, wait, so why is this guy to blame for does he own like a ranch?
He-
No,
He
he
makes-
likes splicing animals together.
He's what?
He likes splicing animals together.
Like breeding them or?
He uses his goo. He just goos things and they glop together and he gestures to the not rats.
If we send HareWire over to the mutant city and he mutates and then goes back to future world,
We're not mutating my boy. He's weird enough.
There's
Don't
enough-
worry.
mutated
there's
your
enough
boy.
wrong. There's enough wrong with HareWire. He does not need to mutate. He will not mutate.
Honestly, I feel like
He
if he did,
mutates,
just
but
like
nothing changes.
like nothing would change.
Yes.
We have found the antidote for mutation. It's being too fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean-
if you're
Okay, this is just a theory. Like, due to what he is, he's basically possessing the robot, and the robot is slowly like morphing to be what his mental image of himself is, kind of as close as metal can get. So if you added magic goo into that, maybe it would just instantly catalyze him back to how he was, like OG body.
Maybe.
It might.
You
It's
don't need
two left
therapy.
make a
It
right.
fucks him up so bad, it fixes him.
Like you pour goo on this horrible robot rabbit man, expecting a monstrosity, and then you just get like a pretty boy rabbit.
He's
Oh,
regrown
gosh,
his
your-
flesh.
Your not boyfriend is gonna love that.
Oh no, you've been Tumblrized.
Tumblrized.
This rabbit man. He's not
Oh,
sharp and
God.
pointy. He has legs.
Still got legs? No, more like got them again.
Got leg?
He's got a leg up on this situation now? What?
What? Pun possibilities?
I can say he's a real legend.
So anyway, we can't goo him because he can't be. He's not allowed to be normal again.
Damn.
No, the consequences of other people's actions dictate he's got a longer road ahead of him if he wants to be anything approaching normal again.
Of course, like theoretically, it would be fun to have him still in his unhinged mental state, but looking like he should have had he been normal. It's a funny dissonance.
Had he not
but...
been experimented on and burned to death?
Yeah, that.
You know, if I hadn't had all this plot happen to me.
If I hadn't had
I'd
plot
look like
happen
this.
to me, I would have looked like this. Too bad I had plot happen to me, so I'm still a freak despite looking like normal.
Ill Will would just be like, that's bullshit.
Like the fuck? What happened to you? Why are you
Why did
handsome?
it turn you normal?
Why are you handsome?
The
I can
goo
learn
can
something
make
about
people
ill will this day.
The goo can make people hot. Finally, a success! It's what it was supposed to do all along.
I've been working on cosmetics this entire time. I've been doing unethical animal testing.
Oh god, I need to breathe.
No, you don't. It's fine.
Breathing's for the weak.
Yeah, you need oxygen.
I would prefer oxygen, yes.
Have you tried
Anyway,
water?
what are you guys gonna... I think you've just told HareWire about the existence of ill will, and then got into a little back and forth about the spelling of that before we derailed.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
This,
'Cause, you know,
this
we
is
wanna
a
get
a little
problem
apology
with
done.
apologizing.
Hang
But
on,
there's a
one
giant
person
swarm
at
of
a
critters.
time. One
Alright,
person
I
at a
for
time,
one do
top
not.
down. If
Nope.
Nope. We had like 3 people
Happened
talking
again.
at a time. So I was just gonna say top down. If anyone has anything to say, we'll just go from the top down. Okay.
I'm good.
All right, KT,
I'm good.
MJ.
I'm just trying to find a picture of alternate timeline normal HareWire. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Author.
Nikola was going to basically be like, alright, that was terrible. I, for one, do not feel equipped to deal with more of these things. I say that we escort HareWire to the 812. We apologize. We have a bite to eat, something, just a short rest, if you will, and then we come back and we look at this problem with fresh eyes.
We're gonna go
That
beat up
sounds
that
like a
guy
good
who's splicing
idea.
animals, right? That seems like, I'm not sure about you, but if I don't really like people who hurt animals, so I'm sort of, well, he kind of looks at all of them and then at
We
the
can agree.
litter of corpses and goes, okay, this was an exception. This is like a swarm situation. I'm talking about animal cruelty of making this out of, like, he squints at the indistinct fuzzy critters he's holding and say, I'm not even sure what these were originally.
Lina, seeing an opportunity to radicalize HareWire. Yeah, did you know that Ill Will straight up stole a bunch of people's pets
He did?
and experimented on them? Yeah, he's not a good dude.
Well, why haven't we just
All
killed
those
him
poor
already?
people.
Come on, kids, we gotta go rip out a
Because-
grown man's spine! And he just starts walking.
But we have to make sure to take care of ourselves first.
Pinning
In
it.
fairness, the last
Verl and Tailwind also had things to say, I think.
My bad.
Verl first.
Yeah. I was basically just gonna say the same thing Nick did, so there's nothing.
All right, Tallest.
Tailwind was in the midst of saying, like, yeah, apologizing is kind of lower on the priority list than this, and then going to ask, what do you think we should do first?
apologize
Okay.
and ask Percy for help. You might have, like, rat spray or a flamethrower.
Knowing Percy? Yeah.
I mean, I think I put together a display model at one point. That could have been like a couple years ago, though. And it was an
He's
art
really so
installation.
good at it. Art installation, huh?
College kids.
Inverted commas, art installation. Cat will say to the triumphant, let's go murder that old man. Just like, well, last time we fought him, he kind of beat our asses with a tree and then scuttled off and disappeared really quick.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
witty,
slippery
but
guy.
like his aunt Giselle.
He beat you up with a
Our
tree?
character in D&D.
He's a really slippery
Yes.
fella.
HareWire is
If
doing a
you've never
thing
been
now.
hit by a tree, if you've never been punched by a tree, I do not recommend it.
Yeah, it's not great.
Well, we
It's
just
like a
have to
trunk.
avoid any trees that are throwing punches. Did he make the tree? Like, I guess there's spells for that, isn't there? Or...
He just gooed it. He gooed the tree and it became an evil tree.
Yeah,
the
just
goo-
avoid any form of goo here.
Okay, duly noted.
It's like a grain
And
goo.
then, like,
It's
I
like
think
brain
HareWire
science goo.
turns and HareWire turns and addresses the fourfold and just sort of like mutters to himself like, note to self, get the hell out of this city. And then
And
just
that's how we
turns
don't
back
get
to them.
another vigilante.
Damn it, ill will! Your goo ruins everything.
Lina, like, man, I tried so hard to radicalize you. Against Bronson, against Ill Will. Can you take on my enemies for me?
You are a level 9 to my poor pitiful level 4. Slay my foes.
3.
I'm not even level 4, I'm level 3.
No wonder you were one-shotted
God.
by the swarm.
Yep. I am not a mutant. I am just a guy.
At some point,
Just a little
some
guy.
point, Cat is just going to kidnap you and throw you at his grandparent. Just like train this one. They keep getting the shit kicked out of them.
And like, oh no. I will do most things for marmalade, so.
I love that it has to be specified in most things.
There are some
Most
lines.
things. There are some lines.
Would you do it for a marmalade?
Like, betraying her friends, probably.
No, she won't do that.
Give them the
She'll
magic
just steal
pen.
the
That's a
marmalade.
line. That's a line that she won't
Fucking-
cross for marmalade.
Next time we fight like ill will, Lina's there on his side and is just like, Lina, how could you? He gave me marmalade. She's like,
Marmalade.
that track.
I think Lina is going to be like, I think we should head over to Percy's and go from there. We'll do the apology, pick up some snacks, and chill out on the roof, maybe.
Okay, do you think giving him one of these and he holds aloft one of the critters would be an apology?
You
No.
will?
No.
Good thought, but no.
Maybe?
You should keep those for you. Maybe give one to your crush. I don't know. Do they like pets?
He holds it like he like mimes like giving like presenting a critter to someone invisible and goes, "Here's a critter. Wanna what was it? Can I stick my tongue in your mouth?"
Can I stick my tongue in your mouth? Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe.
I think this is the
If you
ultimate
think
flirt
it would
technique.
work, give it a try.
This will work.
Give it a try.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
We'll just have to give
Yeah,
these things a
can.
bath so they smell slightly less sewery and also less like they've been in a bloodbath.
Which they
Do
have
you
done
think they'll
both.
survive in your hammer space?
I don't know. We could find out. But here, I'll put them.
Good
And he like
idea.
looks at his trench coat and is like, "Okay, buddies, I'm trusting you. Don't eat through my pockets." And he just like puts them in the trench coat pockets and like. I'm gonna say like they're the type of pockets that have like the upper bit that like kind of snaps close or buttons close.
hmm
No, he just.
One of HareWire's pockets is wriggling.
Oh no, I'm saying he'd put
The
them in like two
feisty one is
separate
trying to
pockets. Or
Yeah.
oh yeah,
So they're in two
it's only
separate
one.
pockets. One of the pockets is wriggling as the feisty one tries to get out.
Cat's just like, yeah, don't worry about getting that trench coat back to me. You can keep it. Gift.
Oh, I was already going
Yeah,
to
it
keep
looks
it.
great on you.
Thanks.
Okay, perfect. We're all on the same page.
My bad.
Huzzah.
Let's go
I
get
should have probably
food.
expected that.
Onward to convenience store.
Yeah,
to
food.
convenience.
And
Is anyone
apologize.
putting the manhole cover on?
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Roll
right.
strength.
Do you want to roll another stealth?
We probably should, yeah, especially since we're like coated in like rat blood and like are beat to shit.
You were coated in mutant blood. Some of you have been scratched up. Tailwind's in a mech.
Yeah.
Wine is wearing
I
a
would-
trench coat with
this
a
is where
mysteriously squirming pocket.
The most
This is where I would
normal.
normally. This is where I'd normally cast the plus stealth thing, but I've used my spell slots on keeping Lina alive. So
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
appreciate
only
that.
have level 1s left, and I've been holding off on those.
yeah. Wait, is it a level 2 spell? Yes.
Well, we're doing good so far, I say. Probably, hopefully not jinxing it.
Yeah. I'm
Next.
roll stealth. Great. Sorry. I got distracted by trying to keep my cat from biting me.
Yeah.
Author Tallest and KT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think if it's okay, if we go do the apology letter, it might be a good time to wrap up because then we might be able to get Brittany in to fight the rest with us.
Well, that'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Like, wrapping up after the apology or just as you arrive at the 812? Because I feel like Perspicuity might talk to you. So maybe just
Yeah.
once you get there, we'll wrap.
Yeah, when we get there, because who knows? Maybe Bronson will be like, "There's critters. Go take care of it, daughter, because you're totally capable of that reason. I'm a horrible father." Sorry, I don't have opinions. What are you talking about?
I'm not going to pay the civil rat catchers because that would cost me money. Instead, I will lean on my familial connections to you.
My
I
definitely normal
don't
daughter.
think you would put this on Brittany. Nat
Thank you,
20
Nat
for
20!
KT, way to go.
It's because I'm hidden in Nick's coat.
I think our overall score
Alright.
helped out with by 4.
Yeah. I'll say because you have a nat 20 and also HareWire's 28, which is not a nat 20 because insane
Lord.
modifier. Those will make up for Tailwind's 4 stealth. And maybe Lina and HareWire keeping an eye out and letting Tailwind know to stay back if there's like some people approaching
I'm
or
just
something.
imagining like HareWire sees that Tailwind isn't sneaking well and just like casually like drapes half his like trench coat over the robot. Just
Yes.
hide the little suit of armor. It doesn't really look hidden, but Toon logic.
Yeah.
Huh?
It also like
Well, that
in world gives
that guy's
me
gonna-
a point where I could switch out the big guardian bot for the other suit, which I have like what's the word? I have styled as much more of a slimmer, like putting like metal stuff on like leather jackets onto the stealth suit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
All right. I will say that you guys make it to the 812 without drawing significant attention, and you can stash Wrecking Maw in the back alley to not be noticed.
I pull out a
And then
I pull out a remote and click click. It's in lock mode.
I'm just picturing taking out like a little bike lock that goes around like one wrist and then to
Then he just hangs a sign that says "Don't" on it.
Don't. Do not.
Do not
Do
throw.
not the cat. And
Do
you know,
not
when the
the
fuzzy
wrecking
little
ball.
creatures hop on.
Alright, and then actually going inside and doing your apology and deciding what to do about it will be a part 3. So we'll schedule that soon. Yay!
Yay! Have a wonderful
This is fun.
Wellsprings
Thanks for
day.
playing.
Bill Bronson. I mean,
Have
vote Bronson.
a Alright, bye.
Those words are interchangeable.
Goodbye.
Bye.